chilling.
We're dancing and singing.
You swinging.
But they always let us play for money. Honey, you have your eyes closed and we're making that putt.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Sick Golf Trips podcast, where everyday golfers share their stories, budgets, formats, mistakes, and more so that you can get ideas and get inspired to make your memory and your own sick golf trip. I'm your host, 𝐿𝐸𝐿, along with my co-host, Berkeley Hoagland. How's it going, Burke?
Carrie, what's been going on, buddy? I'm first time doing the podcast on the road. I'm up in Vegas. The Fam Bam's coming tomorrow morning. I'm going to get out this afternoon at probably Aurora for some balls. It's very, very hot out. Very, very hot.
It's got to be 110 degrees out there now, no?
It is. It is. It's very, very hot. I'm probably going to get out like right around 4 o'clock. So I'll see how many holes I can get in. And hopefully I could survive and not overheat. I got my cooler. Going to fill it with some Gatorade, some waters. No beers until I get home. And then tomorrow morning at 10:30, I'm playing TPC Las Vegas, baby. Let's go.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hot, but I'm interested to see how you fare because you always say you sweat a ton.
Well,
see if you can last.
You know, when last week when I golfed, I was down in Cabo San Lucas and I played Friday and Saturday. I made it through. It was good. Wasn't as sweaty as I thought I was going to be, so it was pretty good. But on Sunday, Carrie, I could only make 9 holes. It was absolutely awful. I went through 3 pairs of gloves, sweating my ass off, and I go, I'm out of here. I'm going to go sit my black ass down by the pool, baby, and sip some beers. That's what I did.
So, are you opening a Golf Happy chapter in Las Vegas? Don't you have a few brothers out there or some golfers that you met last time?
I did. So a bunch of guys on my hockey team, my Golf Happy hockey team, a lot of them are golfers, and I'm going to be golfing with one of them on Sunday. Big shout out to Adrian, and a big shout out to my buddy Peter that I'm going to golf with. So hopefully I get to see those guys on Sunday. And then, hey, I also wanted to say that, back home in Escondido, Tuesday nights, I'm starting up a Tuesday Skins game at around 2:30 to 3 o'clock at the Vineyard in Escondido. $10 buy-in, $38 for the round. Unbelievable, with a cart. Insane.
Can you finish, though?
Oh, heck yeah, we can finish. Yeah, 2:30, yeah, we'll finish. And then on Wednesdays, I got my Wednesday skins over at the GOAT in Oceanside. And last week, I've never witnessed a hole-in-one, Carrie. And my buddy Tony sinks a hole-in-one from 167 yards out. Flushed it right in,
wow.
and I got video of it. Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Video, too. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing. So that was a big highlight. And then I won all the skins on the back 9, baby. The kid came away with big $40, baby. Bam! I love it.
Ooh, free golf.
Yes. So Wednesdays is $35 at the GOAT under Golf Happy group. And won my money back. It was fantastic. It was awesome. Great time. One of the best times I've had on the course.
Nice. So you won the whole back 9, huh?
So yeah, I won them all. Unbelievable. On a one-handed putt on the 18th hole from about 12 feet, one-handed John Daly putt, sinks it right in the middle in front of everybody in the clubhouse. Man, I went nuts. I went crazy. It was fun.
I can imagine how you are when you're winning, but unfortunately I've never seen it, so bring it next time.
Oh, all right. You're right. Unbelievable.
All right.
How are you? Did you get out? Tell me about you. What's going on with you?
I played in a tournament last week, just a friendly tournament, and I sucked, and I was hating golf, and it was terrible. I played so bad. I was like, I'm not picking up a club for another week. And then, so I wasn't going to play at all this weekend, but then I got offered free golf this morning. So I went out and I swung amazing. +4.
Are you
It was
serious?
unbelievable. Yeah.
My
Granted,
God.
we played from the. I was playing with an older guy, like a friend's dad, and so we played from the whites. So, but still, I'll take it. All right, this week we've got Michael's son.
There you go.
The engine sensation. What's that guy? Holy Jesus, look at you. You are beautiful.
How's it going, Mike?
Hey, it's very well, thanks. Glad to be on here with you and Burke. A little bit scared because of Burke, but I'm good.
Mike, it's always good to see you,
Yeah, Mike-
brother.
Thanks.
He's got a lot of material on you, so get ready.
Well, yeah.
So, Mike, you just came back from Canada. Is that correct? Cabot
Yeah.
Lakes?
Cabot Cliffs. They have two
Cabot
courses
Cliffs.
there, Cabot Cliffs and Cabot Links. The resort is called Cabot Resort, I guess. Cabot Cliffs is the name. Large property, kind of everything's spread out. So the major airport you fly into is Halifax. The province is kind of like this, right? It's kind of long. And Halifax, the airport is down at the bottom of this thing. And Cabot is in the sort of northwest corner.
How long a drive is that then?
So it's like 4.5 hours.
Dang, that is out there. Wow.
But
Not only
the-
is it like, because Halifax is like way northeast,
Way.
and then you got to drive
Yeah.
another 4 hours.
You got to drive another 4 hours. Now, Cabot is a pretty prestigious high-end resort. So if you arrange it, they'll pick you up in a big Sprinter van, and then they'll bring you there, right? Make it easy. If you're sitting on the property the entire time, they'll drive you back. We were hopping from Cabot to a few different places, so we rented a car. There was 3 couples that went, different to other golf trips that you guys have been doing, all guys and that sort of thing. I went with 3 couples, friends, and so we were gonna
In this group, though, all the women golf too, right?
all the women golf, yeah, all
Wow.
members. So they love the golf, and that's the benefit of having your spouse golf because it makes life a lot easier. Carrie, I don't know how you do it when you want to go out and golf and your wife doesn't golf, and you're spending at least 4 hours plus the drive there, plus the drive back. If you're doing
She'll go and play pickleball the whole time. So it works out well.
So she likes it when you leave the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went up there, you flew, how many days and how many nights did you do and how many rounds of golf?
Yeah, so it was a 5-night, 6-day trip in total. At Cabot, we only stayed the one night and played 2 rounds. And then we went to, so total we played 3 rounds. We played Fox Harbor, and I'll tell you about Fox Harbor. I think that's a diamond in the rough there, soon to be big. They're doing a lot of construction on that. We played that on the Friday. We checked in on the Thursday, stayed there 2 nights. Really nice cabins, beautiful resort, great food, all that stuff. Great practice area. Right now they have 118. They've mostly built out another 9, and then they're finishing the other 9. So they're going to have 2 courses over there as well. One is going to be the ocean course. The other one is going to be a vineyard course. I said I'm going to talk about it later, but I kind of ramble about that. But Cabot, very spread out for a large property. There's a small city. It's in Inverness, Nova Scotia. So there's a city around there. Go out to bars locally around there too. Get some alcohol for the room so you can party back in the room afterwards. Beautiful resort. Everything is top notch. It is a walking only course. That's the other difference between
See you later.
Cabot and Fox Harbor. That's what I thought. My body was aching. I don't know that I could have played more than, I'm just an average golfer. I don't.
No, you're not.
I don't a lot
Worse
at
than
my
average.
home.
You're worse. I seen you. You're worse than average.
Oh. Okay, I appreciate that, Carrie. But I'm putting better. I'm regularly getting less than 36 putts per round. So I'm feeling pretty good.
You had to walk, but did you have caddies or no?
Yeah. So you really do need caddies for that. It's recommended, and you go to a course like that, you want to experience everything. It's $100 or $90, and then tip, right? So you say $100, right? But we didn't have any Canadian dollars, and that's one thing we should have done. We gave them 100 American per person.
Well, that's like $2,000.
I know. So they loved us. And I was talking to some of the guys. They were saying that 80% of their golfers are Americans. Everybody's coming out of the U.S. 80%.
So when you go there, there's two courses on that resort, and then Fox
Yeah.
Harbor is near there too. So are those the three, or are there others that people go to around there as
Oh,
well?
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of
Okay.
golf up there, actually. My wife was sitting beside a lady. She's a golfer. She's golfed all of it. She told us some other places around there. So there are some very nice courses around there, for sure, outside of
Yeah.
Cabot.
So Mike, why did you choose this particular spot to go when you could have gone
Yeah.
anywhere?
So that's a good question. The group of couples that we usually go on these golf vacations with, last year we went to Cabo, we went to Whistler, these groups. And we were actually planning at the beginning of summer or late spring, we were planning the summer golf trip. Let's go somewhere. We were thinking about Banff.
Banff, yeah.
And so we're looking at Banff, looking at prices, and things were so expensive, right? 5 day, 5 nights, 6 days. It was still up there like $5,000, $6,000. So somewhere
Mm.
along the line, I found this company called Global Golf Vacations. The guy that runs is a guy named Rob. He's based in Vancouver, and on his website, he has all these different golf trips. So, I had heard about Cabot through people that I know, and it's like abandoned dunes of Canada. Everybody talks about it. When you think about bucket list stuff, you go to Scotland or Ireland, you go in the US, you go to Pebble Beach and you go to abandoned dunes, and there's certain places. Cabot always comes up. A lot of people have heard of Cabot in the US, regardless of where you are in the US, I think. A lot of people have heard of it. And so we're planning this trip for Banff and looking at the prices and the golf courses and working between multiple people. We're thinking, oh shit, we can't make a decision on this, the price of this, the price of that. So then somehow I found Global Golf Vacations. I reached out to them about Cabot and he gave me some stuff and I said, oh, that's a little expensive. And then he sent me an itinerary again and it was like, okay, that price is similar to what we were going to spend in Banff. We can go to Banff anytime. A lot of people have been there, but not a lot of people have been to Nova Scotia. And the timing of when it was happening was right around when I was going to work this conference in Montreal at that time. So we said, hey, let's piggyback off that. We can go visit the kid and we can go. And everybody else was in agreement. The other two couples, one couple was from California. So to fly from California all the way to Halifax in one day, it's a full day. And it's
Wow.
not fun, right?
Yeah.
Get there early enough. So they flew into Montreal the day before, and then we went together from Montreal. So the other couple, they were in New York because their daughter and son, daughter is working there, son was there for some other stuff. So they were hanging out there for the week, and then they flew up from New York. A lot of people from New York, that upper northeast, Connecticut and all that, they fly up to Cabot all the time. Prestigious kind of resort like this, there is a private airport close by. So the caddy was telling us that he was working with a group, a bunch of guys came up from New York, hedge fund guys. They flew up in a private jet and they came and played for the week. And they brought up some crazy wine, like Chateau Lafite, the crazy type of wines, and they were having it, enjoying it, and that sort of thing. So I think that type of thing happens a lot.
What are you looking at for per round, per night staying there? Like what price range
So
are we talking?
ours was a package. The first time we arrived there, we stayed a little bit north of Inverness, about 40 minutes, right on the coast. It was beautiful. We got there late afternoon after a 4.5 hour drive. So, no point in spending $1,500 for a room at Cabot when you can do that afterwards, right? So it was a more moderate place. Then from there, the next morning, we drove down. We had a tee time at 8:45, and that's the great thing. Global Golf Vacations, they set up all your tee times, make any dinner reservations or anything like that. All of hotel, golf, that sort of thing can be booked through there. So it was easy. And the price, like I said, it was about the same. So it made sense. So you stay up there. Then we drove down in the morning for a tee time at 8:45, played the day. Once we finish, check in our rooms, and then have a nice dinner, hang out, and then the next morning we're playing, check afterwards, and then we go to the next. And that's how it worked out.
So you could have done, let's say, 3 days, 3 rounds, 2 nights.
Yeah.
You're looking at like 4 Gs.
Yeah. So they have houses there too that have 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. So if you're going with 4 couples or 8 guys or whatever it may be, you could all stay in one house. I think similar sort of stories remember hearing on your earlier podcast about Bandit Dunes. It's a similar type of thing. What we reserved was a one-bedroom suite. So beautiful 1,800 square foot, no one above you or anything like that. Kitchen, full kitchen, refrigerator. They even have a air, separate bedroom, big bathroom. Beautiful, top notch. Your backyard got this little area with the fire pit, and you can look out at the ocean at night, and it's incredible. Probably, I would say it was about 1,500 a night there, plus the 2 rounds of golf. I think it came up to about $3,000. It's
Yeah.
like one
Yeah.
night and 2 rounds of golf. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
We
that's what you
paid-
get for that's number 14 ranked in the world I'm looking at.
I've heard it was top 10 in other places. I'm not sure what the situation is, but I could
So
see why they get that ranking. It's pretty amazing.
Would you recommend staying at the resort, or are there options in a city around Cabot Cliffs to stay, like alternate
Right.
resorts or hotels or whatever?
I mean, I'm sure that there are Airbnb. I've heard about some of the things at Bandon Dunes, like outside of the main property, but still it's very close. You can walk out and to the practice area, all that kind of stuff. I've heard about that, but I don't think it's like that here. You either
Okay.
stay on the property or I guess you could rent an Airbnb and then go play locally, right? Make it a little bit more cost effective. I don't know. It's pretty barren out there. There's not a lot of between houses. Let's
That's
just say
so you're going out there, that's it. Like that's the
that's
resort.
it. That's kind of it. Yeah. And then, the other fun thing we did, we went to this local bar. There was a soccer match on. It was a semifinal game. I think Argentina was playing France, right? That night we
Yeah.
went out to a local bar, and man, it was fun. They had a band playing, they had a guy singing. So, I'm a party guy, and I got up and danced, and some of the locals, I tracked these older women. This old lady, local lady, we were dancing and singing, and my table, my wife and all of our other couples, they were all laughing, and we drank up a storm, and it came out to almost nothing, man. It was so fun. So I think adding a component of going to a local pub or a bar and having
Yeah.
drinks, food, because the drinks and food are fantastic. It's like really, really good. That
And
adds to
this is outside of the resort you're talking though, yeah?
yeah, it adds
Yeah.
to the experience. Yeah, outside of the resort, outside
Yeah.
completely. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
adds to the experience. It's amazing. You should always do golf trips, whether you do something with the guys or something with the girls. Like you do golf trips, you could do multiple in a year, but you want to do at least one that's kind of a bigger one.
Yeah.
And the memories, pictures, the food, the golf.
It's tough though, because even these bigger ones, I mean, these places, you are looking like 5, 6 grand, 4, 5, 6 grand
It's exactly what it cost us
to
to
do that
be.
every year. And like the family vacay too, getting up there.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard.
so what's it like playing with your wife? I'm sure you guys play a lot, so you've probably gotten all the kinks out, and you kind of know each other's game, and
Yeah.
so now is she super enjoying it? Are you guys both enjoying it? And what
She
is it
loved.
like? What's the dynamic with the other couples? Did you know them? Did you golf with them
Yeah.
before?
Berkeley wants to know. Berkeley wants to know: Are you guys switching partners? Are you swinging?
We don't play those games like you play, but I know and this is a PG show, right? This is mostly a PG show. So
All
my
right.
wife, playing with the wife, it's actually pretty good. She plays now. We've been a member at Kodo for 3 years now, I think, a little over
Okay.
3 years now. When she started and I was playing with her, it was rough, man. I would get so like frustrated. Honey, I told you get do this, do that, and I would say, I remember telling her one time when she putt, I said, "Honey, do you have your eyes closed when you're making that putt? You're like this far and you hit it like this. You're only this far, you hit it like this, or you're this far and you only hit it like this. You're further away than your first putt." But now, man, she's really good. So because she's good, she can get around the golf course. She hits a nice tee shot. She can get it a little over 200 a lot.
Wow.
She's putting. She's two putting a lot. She can chip, get out of bunkers. So when that is the case, I mean, it's actually really enjoyable playing with the wife, and I like playing with my wife.
But do you
I
guys play like couples against couples, or do you play guys versus girls with handicaps or
right.
whatever? Or like,
And that was the dynamic of this trip because it was 6 people. You can't golf 6 people in one group,
yeah,
and you can't do 3 and 3 because you got to think that there's other people, you know, not what's going on, and they're
yeah,
trying to organize their teaching. So what they did with us is they put us in one group and put us in another group because they had to teach them, right?
yeah.
Typically what we do is if it's couples though, we'll play guys and guys and girls and girls. Every once in a while, couples tournament style or something like that. But typically, it's guys play with guys and girls play with girls. Different tee
Yeah.
spots, ladies' tee, we're playing white blues. So it just makes sense to split it up like that, right?
When your wife plays the club, or even when she's just playing with her girls, do they bet or anything like that?
Dude, they bet more than Berkeley bets. They don't play unless they're playing for money. Like you could be, the wife will come home and she'll say like, oh, honey, I want $3 today. It's big money for them. They're so like $1. And I gotta tell you, they play a lot more legit than we do. We got 2 3 foot putts we're giving, right? Ladies putt out everything. It's because she
Oh, they're
plays in
brutal.
the
They're brutal.
WGA. They're brutal. She plays in the WGA at Kodo, so you're supposed to putt everything out, follow the rules and that sort of thing. So they're a lot more rule abiding than the guys. We do
Yeah.
like putter lane, someone's got a belly putter, and we're a lot more generous each other than you find with
That's hilarious.
Do you guys still have the restaurant?
having to
What?
work gets in the way of our game. So that's
Yeah,
her complaint.
for sure. My God,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But I tell you, if you have a spouse and you're able to get other couples that are similar scenario, going on golf vacations with the guys is something that I would love to do, I always want to do, but going on couples golf vacations is really good. I like it. And we'll do it at least once a year, every year.
Go back to the golf. Top 14 or top 10 in the world, whatever. What makes it top 10 in your mind?
Yeah.
Like when conditions like country club conditions too?
Country club conditions. First day we golfed, I tell you, it was 8:45 in the morning. It was windy. It was windy as hell, but it was really weird. You get a little wind at Kodo or anywhere else you play here. It really affects your ball. Over there, for whatever reason, it didn't affect it as much as I thought, but it was still pretty impactful. Wind was blowing pretty hard,
Is
right?
it humid up there?
No, actually, it wasn't that humid there, which I was surprised. And so it was windy that day. The afternoon after we finished, the wind died down and it was perfect and it was calm. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, I would play this during this. The next day, we golfed at 11:20, I think it was, on the links course. Very link style, what you would think, these big rolling hills and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Big deep bunkers. The greens are like 100 yards away. Just because you're on the green doesn't mean as soon as I looked at that, I was thinking, shoot, there's going to be a lot of 3 putts on this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
3 or 4
So,
putts maybe.
yeah, but luckily we had great weather. It was perfect.
What
Yeah.
is that? What's perfect? Like in
Oh,
terms
like
of
70s,
okay.
like
Yeah.
low mid
Yeah.
70s. Yeah,
Yeah.
no humidity and no wind.
And
Perfect.
in the morning, was it cold?
It gets a little chilly, but nothing much.
Right.
Nothing much, nothing what you would think. And the greens, however, they have different grass, right? The greens weren't as fast as I would think for a that level. So that's Cabot. Cabot is, it's very, very well done. It's a place you have to go. So where our rooms were, where our villas were, we were near the lake side. To get to the cliff side, you have to drive or take a shuttle. It's not close. You could walk along the beach, but it's not easy, right? You don't want to do that.
Would you recommend people, because it's 2 courses there, it's quite
Yep.
pricey. Would you recommend people stay there just the one night and do the two and then stay other places and golf around, or would it be good to? Would you have preferred to
Yeah.
maybe stay there a few days?
I think if we were to do it again, we would stay there a few days, a
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
more days. Like I think 3 days is really good, and then tack on a couple days. And I would suggest Fox Harbor as the other one,
Mhm.
or play the Highland Links. That's somewhere else, and I heard that that's one of the good courses. The lady that was sitting beside my wife told her about that. We asked some people there, and they all mentioned Highland Links. So you could do like a 5, 6 day, all 3, 4 rounds at Cabot, and then go to Fox Harbor for 1 or 2, and then Highland Links, I think would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, hop around. If you're just staying at Cabot, take their shuttle. That's all you need. If you're going to move around a little bit, then having your own wheels is key. So let me tell you about Fox Harbor. Fox
Yeah.
Harbor is amazing. It's a beautiful. It is about 3 hours from Inverness, and so it's similar type of cliffs. You see the ocean views and stuff. But in that area that Fox Harbor is in, there's also a lot of wine, some vineyards. They actually make some very good wines. We had some French red wines at dinner and things like that, but all the white wines, it was all local. The local beers, the local white wine, it was great, and it was very inexpensive, especially with the U.S. exchange. Beautiful resort, beautiful rooms. They have similar types of, houses that multiple families could stay in one room, and it's much cheaper, much, much cheaper. But I think it's because they're still doing construction there, right? So I think they're supposed to be done the two ATs
Okay.
next year. One is going to be the vineyard course. The other one, prices are going to skyrocket. The other great thing about Fox Harbor, they have a lot of activities there. So when we arrived, we signed up for skeet shooting. So we went out, we drove out to this place and met the guide, and they have this area, they have skeet shooting, they have, you know, different places where they have the discs pull out,
Yeah.
and we were just, skeet shooting with big rifles. It was so much fun. Of
Did you
course
hit
I did.
any?
Come on. Of course I
It's like
did. But you got to remember these shotgun bullets, they kind of spray in the general area, right? So you get
That's
close and
true.
you hit it. It's pretty good.
That's true.
And they have this one thing, it's called a rabbit. It basically they make the disc roll on the ground, and because the ground's uneven, it hops. So that's hard to track and hit. The ones that fly, there's a certain point where it peaks, and then that's when you want to hit it
Oh, it slows
and
down.
kill it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was fun. They have fishing, they have like open water fishing, they have a pond trout fishing, they have archery, axe throwing, all on this property. It's amazing.
I'm looking at where Fox Harbor is. It's actually pretty far from Cabot Cliffs,
Yeah,
but I guess
it
it
is.
works because it's kind of on the way ish from
So
Halifax.
that's how they worked it. We were way up 4.5 hours when we arrived, after we arrived, and then we worked our way back down. And
Got it.
so Fox Harbor to Halifax is only about an hour and 40 minutes or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and we had a flight, our flight was 2:50. So woke up, had breakfast. We could have golfed in the morning if we wanted to, but we didn't. And then we got to the airport. Before going to the airport, we hit a couple of farmers markets and looked around. And then we got to the airport, and it was all good.
And it's a big benefit that it's that much closer
That much closer.
to
That's another reason
Halifax.
why.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I think, yeah, it could rival Cabot. So if you go there, you don't have to stay and pay the big bucks and stay at Cabot the whole time. I think both would be good. I think if you want to golf outside of that, it's good. I would highly recommend going on guys trip is something we should always do. But I think couples golf, I would highly recommend it.
So,
Yeah.
Mike, what would you rate from a six scoring framework perspective? If you were going to rate the courses that you play from on 1 to 10, how would you rate them?
So the Cliffs, I would say, is the best course. I scored a lot better on the links. Tribute some of that to the wind. Regardless of that, the Cliffs course was probably, you have to give it a 10 because it's one of those courses and it lives in
Is that
sleep.
the one that's number four, like the
Yeah,
top
yeah,
that?
that's the rank one. That's the rank one. The links was awesome. I would give that a high score, maybe, but definitely I would put the Cliffs above that. And then Fox Harbor.
The
Fox
relative
Harbor is definitely
rating.
below the other ones. I would give that like a 7 or so out of 10. I would say that once they complete their second 18 and then they work on making things, they're going to make some holes a little harder, that sort of thing. It's all going to be done by next year. I would say it would move up a rank or two, a point or two on that scale. If it's a 7 now, then uh, then I think that would be a good combination because if you have a flight in the early afternoon and you're leaving from Cap, you're getting up pretty early. You got nothing during that day, and you go. So be nice if you had a week or 6 days or 5 days. Start up there, move down here, and then a hop hour 40 minutes is easy.
Yep. So where are you putting this in the run it back month? Is it an annual lock, a rotational classic, one and done, rebuild and run, or lightning in a bottle for you guys?
I don't know. It could be any one of those. I would definitely go back. There's no question. With the understanding of what we know now, do it a little bit different. Take out the stuff in the middle because
What's the stuff in the middle? What, like, do you just had a couple days where you were just
where we went and did
sightseeing?
sightseeing and hiking and that sort of thing, right? I think you could do that around the golf courses. So the next time we go back, it would just be Cabot and Fox Harbor and do Cabot first and then Fox Harbor like that. And by that time, it's, everything's going to be done. And if we go with a group of four, it might be good to get the house and do all that.
Yeah. So, Burke, where are you at for the Sick Golf Trip host FOMO?
Yeah, so once again, I'm not really too keen without the cart, but I am a lot warmer now to where you have a caddy. So that's good. I definitely need to try that. I think I can muscle that. That's fine. Love the weather.
Yeah.
The wind I can deal with. The thing that I was kind of like not really fired up about was like doing it a couples thing. And I guess you really got to make sure, like, if you're in a couples, you want everyone, the ladies, to kind of be decent at golf. And Mike's wife seems to be decent at golf. She's driving it longer than I am. So that's awesome. And that makes for a fun time when you can experience that with your wife and everything. So I love that. That's a great. I'm kind of like a 7-8, 7-8. You know what I mean? And like, I love the fact that there's a lot of stuff to do at the second course that you like. What is it? Fox Harbor. I love that. There's a lot of good things going on there. And then I guess the best thing that would probably push me more to the 8-9 is a lobster. My God. I would probably be having lobster. I'd be carrying a bag of lobster on the course. And I would just be slobbing that lobster while I'm hitting my putt. I'm like, hold on, let me take another bite of my lobster. That is what really brought this. Loving the lobster.
100%. And you know what? If Cabot is, you don't even have to just stay one night and do the 2 rounds because Fox Harbor gets going. Apparently, so they'll have 2 courses there. Apparently, like just down the road, there's a links course that is like super good. Everybody was talking about it. Even the people at Fox Harbor was talking about, hey, if you get an extra day on a golf here, so stay there and you could do golf obviously at Fox Harbor, but you could do the other one. It's got carts, so you could do a whole week just at Fox Harbor, then go golf at the local places. There's vineyards all around, so you could go to vineyards and do the wine tasting and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the groups that were there were guys, so yeah, definitely, it's definitely a guy trip, but it's also something to be said about like a couples trip, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not fearful of the couples trip if I had a wife that golfed. Even if the wives went and did their own thing,
Yeah.
maybe they played pickleball or whatever, and guys went golfing. Yeah, it would be super fun. I would put it at about a 7, only because from California, it's a long ways.
It's a
And
long
then add the logistics,
The
drive
drive.
to.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to someone who's done Cabot and Northern Michigan, because Northern Michigan I heard is really good too. But the problem with that is that's another 4-hour drive from Detroit or Grand Rapids too.
Yeah.
But when you get out there, I'm sure it's gorgeous. The other thing, if you are going to travel that far, I almost would like to have like the Pinehurst, Bend and Dunes, where you have 5 or 6 courses, a variety out there. So again, a top 10 course or a top 15 course, whatever. It's hard to argue with that. But is that your primo top destination? I don't know yet, right?
You know what? I think you're right about that. Putting it that way, I don't know that I would go back every year or every other year based on that. You're absolutely right about that. Because of where we are, if we were somewhere in the New York, PA area,
Yeah.
Philadelphia, whatnot, I think it
It's
makes
different.
more
It's a lot different.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is different. And before we go, I also wanted to, one thing you do when you go is you want to buy some swag, right? So I don't know why I buy so many vests. I have so many vests and I don't get to wear it often, but this was such nice Cabot logoed vest.
Nice.
Feels very nice. I look cool. Yeah. So
Gorgeous.
it was
Love it.
awesome. Yeah, well, I bought
Very nice.
you go into the pro shop and you just want to buy everything. It's pricey, but yeah, that's what I got.
Pricey in Canadian dollars,
I have to
whatever.
make a golf happy
I
one
know.
like that.
That's how we justified it. Pricey Canadian dollars. It's
Yeah.
like 35, 40% less. Let's get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Nice. Well, this has
That's
been fantastic, Mike. We really appreciate you coming on and telling us about Cabot. It's definitely one that I don't know that a lot of people would have heard of. Well, I'm sure they've heard of. Fewer make the trek up there.
Yeah,
So it's good to
a
get
lot of people have heard of it. No, not a lot of people have actually played it. So yeah, I got to play it. Got some pictures to prove it. Got some swag to prove it. I'm
check
happy.
it off the bucket list now, right?
Next.
fabulous. I
Awesome.
love it.
Yep. Right.
Well, Burke, why don't you close this out?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what another great show. Michael's son, been long time friends with you, bro. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I can't wait to get on the course with you, man. I got to get over to 𝐸𝐿𝐷𝐒, and we got to all hit some balls. And thank you so much again. Cabot was awesome. The trip was great that you had. I love the fact that you incorporated your wife going on these golf trips. I think that's amazing for the guys that love to golf with their wives. That's awesome. That's fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, another great show. Carrie, thank you for your hard work and putting this all together. And tune in next week for sick golf trips on YouTube, baby. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, man. Hey,
All
I
right.
just want to let you guys know, I think you guys, what you're doing here, this is a great podcast. It's in its infancy stages, but I can't see how this is not going to blow up. So congrats to you guys too.
That's
Appreciate
awesome.
it, Mike. Really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you
cheers,
so
guys.
much.
All right.
We'll see you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.